everyone, welcome back to my channel. Did you miss me? I missed you guys. In fact, I'm super homesick, but I have been here for an entire month now in Japan, which is crazy. That has gone by so quickly. But more importantly, I have now gone through 2 weeks of school, you know, the study part of my study abroad. And I want to tell you guys kind of about how school works here, what the lectures are like, how the commute works. So I kind of summed up everything that I've learned these past 2 weeks studying abroad in Japan, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's start with the commute to class. I plan 45 minutes every day to commute to campus. If you don't know, where I live, the dorms and campus is about 2.2 miles away. And while I did walk to campus one time, which I will never do again, taking the train is the fastest way besides biking. And you might be like, Savannah, why don't you just buy a bike? Great idea. Bikes are super cheap. However, in Japan, bikes are viewed just as vehicles, so you do need to follow the laws of the road. And as someone who drives on the right side of the road, in a country where people drive on the left side of the road, I'm just concerned that at some point I would break the rules and get in trouble, so I feel safest on a train. Like I was saying, 45 minutes to commute to class. It's about a 10-minute walk to the train station from my dorms. Then it's about a 15-minute train ride, another 15-minute walk from the train station to class, so gives me about 5 minutes to spare. And that way I can be early to class. The biggest thing I learned with the commute is that trains can be delayed. Now, obviously that seems like, of course trains can be delayed, not that big a deal. Well, for me it was. This train ended up being 50 minutes delayed, but I learned about the delay slips you can receive, which still didn't get because I was worried I would miss the train. I would show up when I went to go get the ticket. But you can get a delay slip, which you can show to your boss or professor that says, hey, my train was delayed. Gomenasai. One big difference between the lectures in America and the lectures in Japan is the meeting frequency. For starters, we only meet once to twice a week, compared to my classes in the US that were at least twice, if not 3 or 5 times a week. So that's been a big difference. Additionally, the classes are 105 minutes with no breaks. Practically 2 hours. It is very long. And I'll talk more about the lecture content in a bit. Another thing I noticed was the difference in teaching styles. So I have a mix of both Japanese professors and foreign professors. I feel like I get a good mix because I have professors from Japan who've only taught in Japan, professor from Japan who's taught all over the world, and then a professor from Europe. So none of my professors are American, so every one of them has a different teaching style than what I'm used to. What I've learned so far is my European professor, he likes to avoid lectures as much as possible. It's very much a discussion. It's very much a, hey guys, I'm not feeling up for class. Do you guys really want to come into class? Like super casual, laid back. Not sure if that's all European teachers or just the guy I have. My favorite professor is the one that's taught all over the world. I definitely feel they bring something different into the classroom since they've had experiences, including in America. They treat the class very much like a democracy, you know, saying, hey guys, show of hands, do we want to take a break? These class periods are really long. They agree. And then my Japanese professors are a whole different level of teaching. It's very lecture heavy, not a lot of discussion. It seems like they're trying to have discussion, but it feels a little forced. That's just my experience coming from a business school with a marketing major where there's a lot of discussion and not a lot of lecture. I will also add, since the Japanese professors go a little lecture or content heavy, there also is a lot of slides, a lot of reading from the slides, and just not a lot of classroom movement and, like I said, participation. So I would say as of now, it is not my preference. I do really enjoy discussions and being able to communicate in class. Ooh, let's talk about lunch. I love lunch. Surprise, surprise. The only bummer is that it's only 45 minutes and you have to, you know, commute to the cafeteria, commute. Campus is somewhat big, not as big as the U of M, of course, but, you know, it takes a little bit to get there. And then if you have a second period class right before lunch, there's going to be a whole line of people. Like if you can't get there early, there will be such a long line. And so good luck getting your food down in time before you have to get to your next class, right? Good news, the food is super cheap and really yummy. I usually stick with the rice curry. It's cheap and tasty. Most of my meals have been around 500 yen. I'd say it's kind of like the school lunches you'd have in middle school or high school. Cheap, mushy, tastes good enough. And then lastly, the homework. Most of my classes don't have homework, especially daily work. Like there's no, okay, every day you have a new set of assignments or books to read or chapters to read or videos to watch. It's just you show up, you listen to lecture, and you go on with your day. Most of my classes are graded on only 1 or 2 assignments that you have, either a paper or a presentation. Overall, most classes, since they also only meet once a week, give you 1 assignment for the whole week, and it will be watch this video, read this chapter. So it's very minimal homework. Needless to say, I have a ton of free time outside of class, especially when I do only have 1 or 2 classes a day. So got a lot of free time. A lot of free time. Just for reference, these are the classes I'm taking right now. Intermediate marketing, which meets twice a week. Media research, also meets twice a week. Probably my favorite class. Japanese business, but it's focused on public relations. Global issues, another favorite. And that is all. Those are all the classes I'm taking for this quarter. One last difference between at least the University of Minnesota and here. At the U of M, there's very few quarter-long, or we call them A-term or B-term classes that are offered. But here, I would say about half the classes are quarter classes. That's kind of everything I've learned so far after having 2 weeks of school. Awesome for me that it's my senior year and it's going to be an easy quarter with lots of free time and time to explore and enjoy myself in this country. I plan to make some more videos now that I kind of have a better idea of what my workload's going to be like throughout the week between classes and commuting. So hopefully we can get some more shorter videos like this one out there very soon. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please comment down anything you want to know, learn, questions, comments, concerns, curse words. I want to hear it all. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!